Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're here to do my top 12 favorite social games and apps for 2025 on the Quest platform for new users. And you guys know I love social VR here on the Quest, and I wanted to show you guys the best social apps that you can play and games that you can play that you're looking for on the Quest, because there's so many good things out there and I don't want any of you guys to miss out on some social VR greatness. So if you guys want to support me in the channel, there will be links down below to all of these games to save you guys 10%. Let's go ahead and get into the video.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a recce is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
The first one here coming in at number 12 is All On Board. This is an all-in-one board game application, as the name suggests, where you can go in there with your friends and basically play a bunch of digital board games that you know from the real world, and now you have it in digital form. Things like Terraforming Mars, Binding of Isaac, Istanbul, games that a lot of us board gamers know and recognize their names. And they want this app to be where you go with all your friends and you can play all these different board games, and they have theme environments to each of the board game as well. It's really, really cool, and you know, not a lot of apps out there doing stuff like this, and they're doing a great job with it, especially these themed environments and even themed sounds that they have going on. They have great tutorial videos that you can watch so you can learn how to play these games as well. So I'm really having a blast exploring this app, and you know, hopefully seeing that this continues to go on. So All On Board coming in at number 12. The next one here coming in at number 11 is Demeo X Dungeons & Dragons Battle Mark. This is the latest game from Resolution Games and the Demeo franchise, where it's exactly what you would expect from Demeo, when you are cooperatively going with your friends and trying to go through a dungeon and stuff like that, beating all the characters and using your figures, using the different cards you have in your hand. And it really is one of the best cooperative experiences that you can have with your friends, especially if you're into D&D now. And Dungeons & Dragons is incorporated in here with the different classes that you would recognize from the game, and it has different story beats as well, which makes it feel very different than the original Demeo game, and it's just a blast. I did a review on this playing with a friend, and we had so much fun. It's one of those games where playing with your friends really, really elevates this game. You can talk to each other and kind of coordinate things. You can go through the story. It is really, really cool, and not a lot of things out there like it. And now with the you know, the branding of D&D inside of it, I think they knocked it out of the park. So Demeo Dungeons & Dragons Battle Mark comes in at number 11. The next one on this list coming in at number 10 is Golf Plus, and this is for all my golf fans out there. They have a bunch of real PGA courses that you can play in here. They added a new practice facility. You can watch YouTube content on here while you're playing, like literally like music videos or YouTube videos, whatever you want to watch on there. All the different locations that they've created from the real world for all my golf fans out there. You can play with up to 8 players on here. You have little mini games and stuff like that in the practice facilities, so you can go ahead and train, like your putting and just like shooting far away and stuff like that. A lot of customization with the bags, the balls, and everything that you can imagine. And they keep updating this game all the time, and they're supposed to be adding a lot more social features coming forward here. It's always been one of my favorite golf games out here, and I think the actual social nature of this, being in a practice facility and being able to watch like YouTube and do all this practice stuff together with your friends and all the different mini games that they keep adding, is going to really elevate this game going forward. Golf Plus coming in at number 10. The next game here coming in at number 9 is PokerStars Presents Vegas Infinite. This is a poker game, but it's a lot more than poker nowadays. They have blackjack in here. They have roulette. They have a bunch of different slot machines and stuff like that that you can play with your friends. The customization is insane. All the different items that you can like unlock while winning these chips that you can interact with other people, like throwing bubbles at each other and just roasting marshmallows, all these different things. They have really cool environments that you can play in. And of course, the social nature of this is second to none. I mean, you're going in there with a ton of your friends, playing poker and stuff like that in an actual casino, taking selfies, using all these different items, having a good time with each other, lying, cheating, whatever the case may be, to try and win this game. And like I said, they have a lot more variety in here now, like blackjack and roulette that you can also play, and it just feels like you're in a casino with your friends for a night. And it really is amazing to socially play this game with your friends, and they also let you play with 2D people as well, so there's always full lobbies in this game. PokerStars Vegas Infinite coming in at number 9. The next one on this list coming in at number 8 is Among Us VR. I think a lot of us know Among Us at this point, the game that started the sensation on our phones, where everyone here is a crew member and you're trying to do all these different tasks that are around the space station. But there are crew members that are among you that are trying to sabotage those tasks that you're trying to do and be an imposter, and everyone's goal is to figure out who those imposters are by watching people and seeing if they're actually doing the task. And it really adds to chaos. You're going, everyone obviously is voice chatting each other. You have meetings and stuff like that, like, hey, what did you see, who killed who, like all this stuff, and you're going back and forth screaming at each other, be like, no, I saw him kill him, no, he killed this person, no, he's lying. It's just a whole entire thing. It's super fun. I really hope that, like, I was hoping that they would support this game more in VR and add like other, you know, environments and stuff like that and different tasks, but it doesn't seem like that's happened too much. Maybe that's something that still will happen, but regardless, it's Among Us in VR, and it really is amazing. And I much rather play the tasks and stuff like that in VR than just clicking a button on your phone. It is so much better to actually do the task with people online in VR. Among Us 3D coming in at number 8. The next one on this list, coming in at number 7, is Orion Drift, and this is from the creators of Gorilla Tag, and it uses that kind of movement system where you're basically a robot athlete and you are running, climbing, flying around this space station with 75 other people. Yes, 75 people in one lobby. And you're doing all these different social events. They have this really cool sporting event that goes in the middle. They're always adding new features and adding new things to this game. If you're talking about social VR, this is as social as it gets when it comes to the amount of people in a room. And everyone's playing this really cool sporting event where you're jumping and dodging and climbing and using that same movement system. It has worked so well in Gorilla Tag. It is super awesome, not one to be missed if you're into it, especially right now where it's free to play. Orion Drift coming in at number 7. The next one on this list, coming in at number 6, is Forefront, one of the newest games on this list that came out less than a month ago. And this is Battlefield in VR, and I have never been a part of a multiplayer shooter anywhere in VR, whether it's Quest or PC, that has had more teamwork than this game. Every time I go into a lobby, everyone's willing to talk to each other. You have proximity chat there, and everyone's, you know, you can use tanks, you can drive a helicopter, and the teamwork in this game is awesome because one person's flying the helicopter, one's manning the gun, one's in the tank driving, one's manning the tank gun at the top. You're flying all over the place, you're shooting each other, the explosions, driving around different boats, and all these different things that are going on. It really is a Battlefield experience in VR, and I think they're doing a fantastic job with this game. I really hope that this game is doing as well for them as it looks like it. It has crossplay between Quest and PC, and it is so much fun to play. When I tell you the teamwork in this game and the social nature of this game is the best I've seen in a multiplayer shooter, I am not kidding. It's the most fun I've had this year with a game in VR when it comes to social shooters and stuff like that, and it's super awesome. And there's still a lot more to come from these developers. They're adding PC-specific improvements to make it look even better on the PC, which I'm super excited about. Obviously, maps going forward, and obviously the more modes, because right now there's like Conquest and stuff. One of the main modes for Battlefield sitting in the game. Forefront coming in at number 6. The next one here, coming in at number 5, is definitely Walkabout Mini Golf. This is a game that I talk about a lot on this channel because it's so good with all the different courses that they make. They just made a new one based in Alice in Wonderland, which I'll be doing a video on, and they knocked it out of the park with that one as well. The creativity that these devs continue to come up with when they release a course every single month is literally insane. There's so many in there. The social hub is getting even better, which is why it's so high on this list. Now they added chess to the social hub, so they're adding actual board games where you can go in there and play with your friends in the social hub before you even go play mini golf. Didn't have that on my bingo card this year that they were going to do that. I hope that they continue to add even more board games, honestly, to the social hub. On top of the mini games that you can play with other players, and then unlocking all the lost balls that you have in here, which is awesome. There's so many cool things that you could do with this game socially with you and 7 of your other friends. It's one of the best social games that you can play in VR, and one of the best games, period, in VR. Walkabout Mini Golf coming in at number 5. The next one here, coming in at number 4, is Big Screen, and this is where you can socially go in there with your friends and watch a bunch of movies. Yes, 3D movies, sporting events. People are hosting live events for karaoke nights, for, you know, fights, for NHL games, for football games, for different movies out there. Socializing with each other, whatever the case may be. This is one of the best social apps that you can do, and they have a bunch of cool environments, like obviously a movie theater. You can be in space, you can be at a campfire, you can be at a variety of different places here, and it really is an awesome experience to be able to do this with like a bunch of other people, watch movies with each other, watch TV shows, watch a sporting event, and just talk to each other while you're watching these things. It's one of the most fun social apps you can get out there to watch content, and the environments are amazingly well done. Big Screen coming in at number 4. The next game here, coming in at number 3, is Racket Club from Resolution Games as well. One of my favorite games that Resolution Games has ever made. This is Racket Club, and you're hitting a ball with your racket back and forth against your opponent 1v1 or 2v2. which already makes it an amazing social game when you're playing 2v2, but then it goes even better because their social hub lets you not only see the court that you're playing in, but then there's a variety of different courts in the surrounding area, and you can see other people play. You can see their exact ball getting hit. You can go up to them and talk to them. They added new sports to this as well now, so you can even play table tennis in the game. It's a gigantic social hub where you see a bunch of different variety of people in the lobby, and you actually see them play. You can actually go up and talk to them and see where their exact ball is being hit. And it just feels like you're in a cool like clubhouse with everyone playing the sport. It is super awesome and one of the best games that Resolution Games has ever made, and I hope it continues to be as popular as it is, and it should be even more popular in my opinion. Racket Club coming in at number 3. The next game here coming in at number 2 has got to be VR Chat. We can't really talk about the best social games and apps out there if we're not talking about VR Chat. This is the most popular social game out there. You can see people playing this in 2D and also in VR as well. And the things that people create in here literally blow your goddamn mind. Not only are people playing, or creating a bunch of different games in here that you've never seen before, but then some of the other creative things, like you can literally go experience a Disney's Happily Ever After fireworks in here. You can go experience Hogwarts and actually walk around the castle and play these different mini games. You can go to clubs and nightclubs and actually see live DJs actually performing in there. You can go to bars and like socialize with like a bunch of different people in there. Now, yes, there's some weirdness in VR Chat where you'll sometimes meet crazy characters and different people in there that you're like, what the hell is that? But the good overweighs the bad in my opinion if you're into social VR, and obviously I am. And there is so much to do in this game and so much to explore that you will never run out of a new place to go to every single day that you play this game. And the game is so popular because it does it in 2D and also in 3D in VR that you never find people not playing in here. You're never going to be in an empty world. You're never going to not, because there's so many people everywhere that it's just insane. It's like I said, the most popular, chatting thing out there right now, and has been for a very long time. And there's so many things to do in here. It's insane. VR Chat coming in at number 2. And the number 1 thing on this list is Horizon Worlds. Now, yes, I know a lot of people are like, oh no, Horizon Worlds, I can't believe you like it better than VR Chat. Well, Horizon Worlds, to me, that makes it different than VR Chat. Even though VR Chat has a lot more worlds to explore and the creativity there is much better and the graphics look better, what Horizon Worlds has is that it's a lot more approachable, and for a list like this, social is a big deal. And every time I go into VR Chat, it seems to be hard to get into conversations because people already seem to have their cliques and like friend groups and stuff like that, and it's just a lot harder to get into some conversations. Now, granted, I've met a few cool people in there and had some good conversation, but nothing like Horizon Worlds. When I go in to the adult worlds, and I've done a top list on the adult worlds in Horizon Worlds where you don't have to worry about kids like Gatsby's and stuff like that and Cosmos, there's always cool people to meet. I've literally made some really good friends in here and met some really awesome people in here, and not some awesome people as well, but besides the point, that's everywhere. It's just a lot more approachable, a lot more easy. If I'm going to recommend a social game where people can go ahead and join bars and go to nightclubs and stuff like that and play mini games, this is an easier app to get into because people are a lot more friendly. Horizon Worlds comes in as my number 1. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed my list of my top 12 social games and apps for 2025 for new users here on the Quest. Hope there is something in here for everybody. Like I said, my favorite thing about VR is social VR in general, so I hope you guys got something out of this list that maybe you have not heard of before. And if you guys want to support me and the channel, there will be links down below to everything that I've talked about here that saves you guys 10% when you purchase these things yourself. And I appreciate all of you guys, and thank you guys for watching. Till next time.